It was a dark and stormy night, and Sarah was driving home from a late shift at work. As she made her way down the winding road, she couldn't help but feel a sense of unease. The rain was coming down in sheets, and she could barely see in front of her. As she rounded a sharp curve, her headlights caught something in the distance. It looked like a figure standing in the middle of the road, completely drenched from the rain. Sarah slammed on the brakes and came to a screeching halt, just inches away from the figure. She rolled down her window and called out, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" The figure didn't respond. It just stood there, completely still. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. Suddenly, a loud noise came from the back of her car. She turned to look, and saw that her trunk was open. Confused and frightened, she got out of the car to investigate. As she approached the trunk, she saw a note pinned to the inside of the lid. It read, "I've been watching you. I know where you live." Sarah's heart was pounding in her chest. She quickly closed the trunk and got back in her car. She tried to start the engine, but it wouldn't turn over. She was completely stranded on the side of the road, in the middle of nowhere, with a mysterious figure and a creepy note. Just then, she heard a tapping on the window. She slowly turned her head, and saw the figure from before standing right outside her car. She screamed and tried to roll up the window, but it wouldn't budge. The figure reached through the window and grabbed Sarah by the hair, pulling her towards it. She fought and screamed, but it was no use. The figure was too strong. Just as Sarah thought she was going to be dragged out of the car and into the stormy night, a bright light appeared in the distance. It was a police car, coming to investigate the abandoned vehicle on the side of the road. The figure immediately let go of Sarah and disappeared into the darkness. The police officer helped Sarah get her car started, and they quickly drove away from the scene. When they arrived at Sarah's house, the officer walked her to her front door. As they said their goodbyes, he handed her a small note. It read, "Be careful. He's still out there." Sarah never forgot that terrifying night, and she always made sure to lock her doors and windows before going to bed. She never knew who the figure was or why they had targeted her, but she knew one thing for sure: she was lucky to be alive.